Okay, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Ringo TV reactions and Ringo TV Raw. We're back in the building again for another one. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, that's right. In the news, Malcolm-Jamal Warner has died. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we begin with this particular topic, I don't know what it is about social media, but a lot of content creators are very insensitive. They're very insensitive, very misleading. Be very careful of people that are saying that Malcolm-Jamal Warner was blood sacrificed. Why do they do these things? This man was out with his family and he drowned in Costa Rica. And you got YouTubers already going around saying that he was blood sacrificed. Well, why wasn't his family blood sacrificed? You see, this is why I don't rush to cover stories. I don't do that. I just kind of sit back and then I go live and I talk about the issues. Now, we all grew up watching the Cosby Show. We know about Theo, the Huxtables. Claire was absolutely gorgeous. It was a show that kept us on point. And those of you that are on the Ringo TV Raw channel, the visuals that I'm showing is on the Ringo TV Reactions channel, right? Make sure you put a 1 in the chat on both platforms so I know that everybody can hear me. I need to make sure that everybody can hear me so I'm not just talking to thin air. If you're on the Raw channel, double tap the screen to give it a thumbs up. If you're on the Reactions channel, just give it a thumbs up. That will help the algorithm so people can get the content. So let me get back to this, guys. Yeah. So Malcolm-Jamal Warner, known for his acting on the Cosby Show and in various films, drowned in Costa Rica while on a family vacation, right? This man was very private about his family, very private about, his life. And while swimming, based on the news, the current pulled him out and he ended up drowning. And now the sad thing about this, guys, is that YouTubers in their sick, diabolical minds is saying that this man was blood sacrificed. His family is grieving. His kid is probably crying. Wife is probably distraught. And they're going around spreading misinformation already. Now, there is such thing as blood sacrifices, but in the case with Malcolm-Jamal Warner, how could you just say that? Where's the proof of that? The man drowned. You know what I'm saying? He drowned. Have some dignity and decency for the family. So we would like to offer our condolences to the family of Malcolm-Jamal Warner. Condolences to the family, his friends, colleagues. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know this man, because before we get into all the nitty gritty that I want to talk about, guys, I just want to kind of chop it up with you people. On social media, a lot of content creators wait for people to die in order for them to do videos. A lot of content creators are sick, very sick people who only think about money. They don't care about the family. They don't care about the story. For them, it's just another meal ticket. When I do commentary about stories, I wait, I sit back, I look it up, find out what's going on, and think about what I'm going to do before I go live. You had one particular content creator, he spread disinformation about the Haitian community, claiming that they were being attacked by ICE and they were fighting. This guy literally lied about the Haitian community for clicks and views. So much so that he just did a video about the situation with Malcolm-Jamal Warner. Let me see if I can pull that clip up real quick, guys. Let me see if I got this. Give me a minute, because I don't know if this have some sense of audio in it, but let me see. Give me a minute, guys. I don't want none of that audio in my video. Oh, yeah.
Slave for
trying to fast forward.
Yeah.
Okay, now listen to this, guys. Let me turn off my music for a second. Now listen to this, guys. This particular individual, right, that I got, I'm just going to let you hear the audio. I'm going to do a video about this also. But what I'm trying to show you is the insensitive nature of these content creators and how they never take accountability for their actions. Now, those of you that know, I exposed this particular YouTuber for disinformation, spreading lies about the Haitian community, spreading lies about ICE, using them to profit, using them for personal gain. And I talked about these things in a video. The user never deleted his video. He never took accountability for it. And he never even acknowledged that I was the one that debunked his video. I'm the one that exposed his video and exposed his lies. Listen to him admit in this clip here, this audio. Listen to him admit, but he don't acknowledge me for being the one that debunked him. Listen to this.
Yeah, and YouTube demonetized my Haitian revolt video. They actually demonetized that early on.
So YouTube demonetized his video so he don't get no money. He only saying that because he profited already, guys. Let's go.
But I left it up anyway.
He left it up anyway. Why leave it up? It's disinformation.
Because even if I had my facts wrong about what happened, the message was right.
He said he had his facts wrong, but the message was right. He's still not taking accountability for disinformation. If the facts are wrong, you take the video down. You don't keep the video up. He's keeping the video up because he's still able to earn money, guys. Let's go.
And I went back and studied what happened. And, you know, hey, I stand corrected. But the video stays because our Haitian brothers and sisters are capable of that.
No. Everything he said in that video was disinformation and lies, guys. And that very same individual made a video claiming that Malcolm-Jamal Warner was blood sacrifice. That's a lie. That's misinformation. Look, guys. Malcolm-Jamal Warner was out with his family, guys. And we're going to do another video about that situation there because he admitted to his guilt, but he ain't acknowledged me for being the one that debunked his video and exposed the fact that he was lying to the American people the whole time. This man was out with his family, having a good old time in Costa Rica, where he ended up drowning. That's the reports. Not that he was blood sacrifice. He was not this artist in the industry. He was not a rapper. He was not this and that. He was not connected to this and that. No, he was not none of those things. So to make those kind of points is misleading. It says that it implies that this man was a targeted individual by the system. Well, why did they take out his family then? I don't like these content creators. I don't like when people die, they begin to sensationalize the stories in order to profit. They sensationalize the stories in order to profit. They don't care about the victims. They don't care about the family that's mourning. They try to turn it into Malcolm-Jamal Warner was some sort of freedom fighter. Like the individual went to his Instagram page. He don't know nothing about him. Now keep in mind, guys, when this man passed away, none of these content creators was talking about him. None of them cared about him. None of them mentioned him. None of them were making videos about him. Nobody cared. Nobody. All of a sudden now, when he's dead, now all of a sudden now, everybody want to act like they know him. So what they're doing is you're gonna see videos pop up, guys, where people gonna say Malcolm-Jamal's final video before he died. You're gonna see a lot of clickbait with that. You're gonna see people making videos talking about, oh yeah, he tried to warn us, blah, blah, blah. All of this stuff is a bunch of lies. Lies, people. Content creators are devious for waiting for people to die in order to do a video, just so they can monetize. Just so they could get a click and a view. And there's nothing wrong with doing content. I'm a content creator myself. But my point is this. Don't put out misinformation, man. Don't put out misinformation about a man that was out with his family. You making it seem like the Illuminati was chasing this guy down. You making it seem like this man was a targeted individual, hunted down, and then this damn animal trying to act like he's a brother now. Trying to act like he cares about his people. This content creator that I'm speaking of literally is acting as if though he rocked with Jamal Warner all this time. He never even talked about this guy, never mentioned this guy, didn't care about this guy. But he's trying to use the opportunity to make it seem like we're all brothers and sisters. Like Malcolm-Jamal Warner, oh yeah, he was fighting for black people. He was a freedom fighter. That's why they took him out. Well, if that's the case, why don't the Illuminati take out all of us content creators? Why don't they take us out? What's waiting? What's taking it so long? Why is the Illuminati not taking out all of us content creators? Why are we still here making videos? Shouldn't they have taken us out yet? Why? So how is it that you could be a content creator, exposing the industry, exposing the system, doing all this type of stuff, and yet the Illuminati don't take you out with no blood sacrifice, but if a actor dies, all of a sudden it's a blood sacrifice. So if anybody dies, it's a blood sacrifice, right? No, that stuff is dead now. We can stop use that now. Let's actually talk about the facts of the story, right? Let's talk about the facts. So let me go read it. Let me go read up what's going on, guys, because again, these particular entities and these demons, these people that lie, they're very devilish, man. Very demonic people, man. Very, very sick, diabolical demons. And they love to spread lies. So now, it says, inside Malcolm-Jamal Warner's private family life before death at 54, says that while he never revealed the name of his wife and daughter, Warner did share photos and life updates about them to social media before his death. And he did do that. You know what I'm saying? There's a picture of his wife pregnant. I don't believe that she's a so-called black woman based on the photo. Let me see if I can put that up on the screen. I don't believe that she's a black woman. She's probably from Costa Rica. You never know. I don't know. But he did put updates, right? You see updates of him and one of the children cleaning the car. Then you have the photo that I just showed you guys. I had just showed you a photo over here, right? So we see that. Here we got somebody else in the comments. Somebody named Manuel says, for sure, a blood sacrifice. What are you're crazy? Are you poisoned? What's the matter with your brain cells? So if you died today by a car crash, should we say you were blood sacrifice? What the fuck does that mean? Like, let's just be serious. What are you talking about? The news said the man drowned while swimming in Costa Rica. He was with his family on vacation. How the fuck does that become a blood sacrifice when you're out with your family and you're swimming and you drown? Who did that? Who did that? If he's the one swimming, let's stick with the facts. I'm telling you, man, social media, this is what social media did, guys. Social media got people going crazy. And when you listen to these influencers on social media, imagine everybody going around, Malcolm-Jamal Water. Oh yeah, he was blood sacrificed. Yeah, they blood sacrificed him. What does that mean? What's that mean? He was blood sacrificed. Okay, what does that mean? What does that mean at Manual? He was blood sacrificed. What does that mean? Who stand to benefit? Answer the question. How does anyone benefit? If it's a blood sacrifice, who benefit? Answer the question at Manual. Answer the question, because obviously you're just regurgitating what you heard. You're regurgitating what you heard from somebody else. Who stand to benefit? Come on now, because you come from these cult channels and you listen to all of this garbage and you run with it, and now you know where to be found. If Malcolm-Jamal Warner was blood sacrifice, what does that mean and who stands to benefit? Where's the logic behind that? This is what social media has done, people. Social media turned people into fools. When you have content creators that sensationalize stories for clicks and views, they don't care about the family. They don't care about Malcolm-Jamal Warner's kids. They don't care about his wife. They don't care. What they care about is views. How many views did I get? How could I earn my YouTube check? I just want to make some money on YouTube. I could care less who die. That's how they think, guys. You viewers must understand that. I'm one of the only platforms that keep it 100% with the viewers. I'm one of the only ones that haven't sold out. Everybody else sold out, guys, for clicks and views. I'm the only one that is organic. Y'all saw when I was live in my last live stream, somebody came in and was like, breaking news, Jamal Warner, he's dead. And I literally was like, so what do you want me to do? Stop my show to rush to go talk about it, to be the first to talk about it? Fam, that can wait. It can wait. Everybody else, they jumped on board right away. Why? Because they look at it as a money-making opportunity. They don't care about victims. They don't care about the story. You understand? And that's what I don't like about social media, man. I don't like that, man. Did the Manual guy come back to respond? Did he come back? Because it seems as if though he's disappeared. Where you at, Manual? You had all that smoke. You said for sure a blood sacrifice. For sure? Come back in and have the conversation like a man. Don't go run hide now. Come back. Have that conversation live. Let's talk about it. Where you at? Hiding, right? I know. People always hide when they're questioned. You see, when content creators say that someone was blood sacrificed, you have to be able to prove it. See, now, when we look at situations like rapper Takeoff, he was blood sacrificed. Rapper Takeoff, he was blood sacrificed. He's an industry artist. Somebody stood to gain. You understand? Quavo, Mob Ties, all of these different people, everybody stood to gain from that blood sacrifice. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, he was not involved in that. He was involved in poetry, music, various other arts he was into. But what that other content creator was trying to imply is like he was a freedom fighter. Like he was out here fighting for black people. And he tried to make it seem like, and this is the content creator I'm talking about. He tried to make it seem as if though he's all pro-black now, like he's all for the black people, when that very same content creator hates black people and he hates black women. Like he hates black women, hates black men. Always posts disparaging things about black men. He posts disparaging things about me. He makes misleading videos about me, calling me a pedophile, claiming that I support incest, all sorts of weirdo stuff. He lied about the Haitian community. I had to debunk his message to prove that he's a liar. And within the very same video that he tried to make, claiming that Malcolm-Jamal Warner was blood sacrifice when his wife and kids is grieving. Are you sick? Are you sick in your head? That man's wife and kids is grieving. They probably was right there when they pulled the body from the water. And here you are on social media saying he was blood sacrifice. How insensitive. How insensitive to that family. All for clicks and views, guys. All for clicks and views. These content creators, they do not care about people who suffer. They don't care, man. You know? This man literally said that this brother was blood sacrificed by the industry. What industry? He's in Costa Rica. What industry are you talking about? That's how you know that content creator is full of crap. Because for him to say the industry, how could that be if he's in Costa Rica? He's not in the United States. Come on now. That man lived a private life. So why would anybody want to blood sacrifice a man that lived a private life? Nobody can't even say they know who his wife is. Nobody could say that. Could you say that? Who his wife is? Do anybody know who his wife is? That's right, you don't know. Because he lived a private life. The man was a private guy. And rather than the content creator say, you know what? Condolences to the family. R.I.P. to that brother. Great actor. We laughed when we was kids. We seen Theo. It was funny on the Cosby Show. Like I said, we all were raised by the Cosby Show. At least you guys that are pretty much around my age, you definitely was raised around the Cosby Show. You know what I'm saying? I was in love with Claire. You know what I'm saying? She was the one. You know what I'm saying? She was just beautiful. Absolutely. But Cliff, he pretty much was that father figure. You know, Bill Cosby. He was that father figure that a lot of us never had. And although their family had money, it taught us a lot of value as kids. You know what I'm saying? It taught us a lot of value. It taught us how a black man supposed to be with a black woman. That's what it taught us. You know? We've seen a lot of episodes with Theo where he had different challenges he had to face. And sometimes his sister would be there for him. Sometimes his father would be there to set order and you know, protect the family. So there's a lot of things we learn from our childhood from those particular shows. And to know that content creators are capitalizing off this man's death by spreading misinformation that the man was blood sacrificed by the industry is diabolical and sick. You know? Don't spread a lie, bro. But this is what YouTubers do, guys. That's why I'm very careful with when I do content. I'm not trying to mislead the viewer because social media is fake, man. There's so many fake content creators, fake YouTubers. They just spread lies. They spread lies all day, man. All day, spreading lies and misinformation in order to get a rise out of the people. Rather than just telling the truth, rather than just speaking what happened, what was the story about, what took place. Because eventually we might learn about who his wife is in the future if she feel comfortable. I know right now is probably not the right time. So I don't think that would be appropriate for her to do right now. Right now, she got to take care of the kids. The brother appeared to be the type of guy that wasn't involved in no drama. You know what I'm saying? Because like I went to his social media to kind of check to see what's going on, you know, what's happening, things like that. And I'm not going to play anything here. I might do other videos to kind of learn more about him, but I'm not going to sit here and act like I know everything that was going on with Jamal in terms of his life, in terms of, I was not a follower of his social media. He have about 730,000 followers. But what I do know is that he appears to be in some sort of poetry music. I believe he played the bass guitar. These are just some of the basic things that I'm familiar with. So he doesn't appear to be a threat to any power establishment. He doesn't appear to be a threat. It was just a freak accident. He was swimming. He got caught in the tide, caught in the wave, caught in the current, and he died. But to come on social media and say the man was blood sacrificed is misleading. That's misleading viewers. You're sensationalizing the story in order to get views. And this is what I mean, how sick these people are, man. They don't care about people, man. They really don't care. Jamal walked around and talked with a lot of different people. He was on podcasts, different things. He talked about different topics. I'm not going to go in and act like I know every single thing that he talked about. But for crying out loud, speak some positive things about the guy. Don't spread lies in order to get people to watch your platform because you're broke, because you want a check. Just do your damn job and do it the right way, damn it. You know? It looked like they were some sort of event that was done. Let me see. I think it was something that happened. Oh, it already done happened. I think it was July 18, 2025. Something was posted on his Instagram, and it looked like it was some sort of poetry type thing or whatever the case is. But to say that this man was blood sacrifice, anybody that's saying that, you need to unsubscribe from their channels immediately, guys. Unsubscribe from their channels. Anybody that's saying that, anyone, listen, guys, listen. Anyone saying that Malcolm-Jamal Warner was blood sacrifice, unsubscribe from their channel today. Don't watch their videos. Don't give it no click and no view. They're just trying to make $1 off that man's death. That's all they're trying to do. Because they're spreading this misinformation. That's what that is. Because nowhere in the reports did it say that he was a targeted individual, that the industry was after him, that it never said anything. You know? Nothing. This man was a family man. He was a private guy. He stayed out of trouble. He wasn't involved in no drama. It doesn't make any sense. Right? So it says, while he never revealed the name of his wife and daughter, Warner did share photos and updates about them on social media. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, best known for playing Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show, has died. He was 54. TMZ first broke the news, reporting his death occurred in Costa Rica and was an apparent drowning. Per Associated Press, Costa Rican officials said he was swimming at Playa Cocoles in Lemon when the current pulled him deeper into the ocean. See, those are the facts. Those are the facts. It never said anything about a blood sacrifice. But see, when these YouTubers report the news, they're always lying. They're always lying, man. This is a family man who stayed out of trouble. How many people you know was able to keep their private life private and still be a celebrity? You know? Kept it private. Whether she's a black woman or white woman or Hispanic woman or whatever the case is, he kept it private. You know, judging by the way the kids are, it's most likely probably a Hispanic woman. Probably he got her in America. Maybe he met her overseas, whatever the case is, but he was on vacation. How you on vacation and you're being blood sacrificed? Explain that to me. The man was with his family. That's what the report says. The report says he was on vacation with his family. It didn't say the Illuminati was after him. It didn't say the government was trying to get him. It didn't say that. So it says, notoriously private about his personal life, Warner is survived by his wife and daughter, the latter of whom was born in 2017. While their identities have remained private, He has, however, posted about both his other half and their child on social media. Warner seemingly announced he was married and expectant back in 2017, sharing a photo at the time of him and his wife. No faces shown, dressed in white, cradling her belly bump below. He simply captioned the post. Yep, that's what he did. Let me see if I can get an image of that right here. I think this is it. Right here. You see? So that's an image of him and the wife pregnant. You see? But he never showed nobody. He never showed nobody who she is. Right? Let me see what this person says. Ema says, what? No, what I meant about who cares was the race of his wife. No disrespect intended. Disrespect is intended when you post who cares. When you post who cares, what you're telling me is to shut the fuck up. That's what you're telling me. You're telling me, why am I even focusing on who cares? It cares because you care. Just like a lot of black women always care when a black man get with a white woman, you always care. Right? Obviously, it matters. You know why? Because he never revealed who his wife is. So obviously he cares. The public cares. That's why he kept his family life a secret, because he didn't want everybody in his business. So it definitely matters. So don't say who cares. Because when you say that on social media, it comes off as disrespect automatically. No matter how you say it, that's how it comes off. Right? So now the article goes on. Let me see. Where we at? Okay. Where is it? Where was I? Okay. So it says, then in July, let me get back on camera. It says, so then in July, he shared a photo of himself holding a baby girl, captioning it, "Peaceful time with family takes on a whole new meaning now." Right? And that image got 12,000 likes. Another photo, you could see, I guess the baby was born, and you see him holding the child. I'm not going to put that on the screen. Then there's another one where he's cleaning the truck. Right? Okay, I'm not going to put none of that up. So it goes on and it says his most recent photo features his daughter. Meanwhile, was shared in September 2023 above. Quote, "I've been up and down and slightly out of sorts these last few weeks for several reasons. Two things got me back to where I needed to be. Sunday night for a movie night, my daughter wanted to watch Sing 2. So as you can see, this is a family man. This is not a man in the Illuminati. This is not a man in no drama. This is not a man that's in no trouble. This is a man that's about his family. He was watching a movie with his daughter, Sing 2. He wrote at the time, "Man, we laughed, we bobbed our heads, and I found myself full of joy on the living room couch, simply watching a movie with my wife and daughter." You see that? That is what he was about. The man was a family man. He was not in no Illuminati stuff. He was not in no cult stuff. He was not in no selling your soul stuff. He was in none of that drama. So for content creators to be talking about, oh, he was blood sacrifice, that's a damn lie. That's misinformation. And you should be ashamed of yourself. And don't go switch up your video title now, because we got that screenshotted. You understand? Don't even waste your time. Because you do what you do because you want views. You don't care about Malcolm-Jamal Warner. You don't care about his family. You don't care about his kids. You don't care about his wife. If you're going to report the news, do it the right way. The people want to hear the story. Some people didn't even hear about this story. They're not influencers. They're not on YouTube all day. They're not on social media. They don't know who died. They don't have no clue. So when you come online and you share the news, share it the right way. Don't come online talking about somebody was blood sacrifice and you don't got no facts to substantiate those points. You understand? This was a family man. And that's what I'm trying to show the good people that are viewing the show. It was a family man that watched movies with his daughter. And he said it brought him joy. It brought him joy on the living room couch, simply watching a movie with his wife and daughter. Think about the wife and daughter that they're watching social media right now. Think about that. He's dead. They're mourning. And then they take it to social media to look, and they see a bunch of content creators talking about, oh yeah, he was blood sacrificed by the industry. You know how fucking stupid you look? You know how pissed off that must make them to see that her husband, father of her kids, drowned a horrible death, and here you are talking about the industry killed him. And they were there and witnessed him, probably couldn't do nothing to save him. And you talking about the industry took him out. Think about how that pisses people off. But this is what YouTubers do, guys, to get checks. This is what they do. Very insensitive. They don't care. Right? So now it goes on and it says, and yesterday, Labor Day, they had a surprise for me washing our trucks. I could put that on the screen. Let me get that. Let me get this image here. Right? It's like people, man. People are sick, guys. Very sick. Oh, snap. I messed up. Oh, no. I didn't mess up. It took me to the page. It took me to the page. Yeah. He posted that on September 5th, 2023. He posted that. Let me put it on the screen for you. Again, if you're on the Ringo TV Raw channel, we're streaming on 2 platforms at the same time. So if you notice that I'm looking over here, I'm looking into another camera. We're streaming on 2 platforms at the same time. So on the Ringo TV Raw channel, if you like the content, double tap the screen to give it a thumbs up. If you're on the Ringo, wait, did I say the Ringo TV Reactions? If you're on the Ringo TV Raw channel, this one right here, double tap the screen to give it a thumbs up. If you're on the Reactions channel, you already know how to click the like button, right? That helps with the algorithm so more people can come on to the show so we can get a good message, a good video with facts, right? So that we could talk about this and keep this brother's legacy intact so that we're not putting out misinformation. I know a lot of you are fans of Malcolm-Jamal Warner. A lot of you was raised to see him. Maybe some of you young guys, young ladies that probably wasn't raised up on the Cosby Show, maybe you need to go back and watch it. You know, you might have a few episodes right here on YouTube, or maybe you could purchase the collection and you know, look at what I was raised on. You know, the Cosby Show was definitely one of the best shows, man. One of the best shows back then. Somebody said stories not adding up. What's not adding up? Why is it that we always try to make something not adding up? What do you mean? The man died. We're like, what do you want? What do you want to happen? Anytime, so let me get this straight. Anytime somebody die, the demon did it. The industry did it. So anytime a black person die, it's a blood sacrifice. Anytime a white person die, it's normal. That makes sense? That don't make no sense. We got to stop playing those games, guys. People die every day. We don't say it's a blood sacrifice. We don't say it's not adding up. People die all the time. Let's just play devil's advocate for a minute. Who would want to kill Malcolm-Jamal Warner right now? Who? Name some names. If you can't name no names, be quiet. Who would want to kill him? What was Malcolm-Jamal Warner doing that would warrant somebody killing him. And how could they kill him if he's on vacation with his family and he's swimming in the water? How did he die? Was he shot? You don't think the wife is going to know? Autopsies, all sorts of stuff, seeing the body. Was he poisoned? All of that's going to come back in the testing. The story says that he drowned, right? So the best thing to do is listen to the story, and if anything else comes out, then you report on that news. But to just take the story once everything happened and you just run with it and start talking about blood sacrifice, that's crazy. That don't make no sense. You know, can't do that. Not with such a sensitive topic, guys. Right? So now here's the brother cleaning the truck. This is what a family man does. You know, I actually did this with my daughters already. Cleaning the car. You know, because she would see me, my daughters would see me cleaning the truck by myself. And they'd be like, could I clean too? And I'm like, no, go in the house. You know, and then one day I'm cleaning the truck and she came back out. They was like, could I help? Could we help? I was like, all right, cool. Go grab the spongy thing and, you know, go ahead and do it. Just don't mess up my car. You know? And this is what a father does. So this man just tried to live a nice, quiet life with his family, just doing what men's supposed to do. And it's unfortunate that he passed away in the manner in which he passed, but to be running with the narrative of blood sacrifice. Imagine if I did that, guys. Imagine if I did that. Imagine if I went live. The story just breaks and I just come in. Oh yeah, Malcolm-Jamal Warner. Yeah, he was blood sacrificed. When the story says that he drowned, and it clearly says everything, and there's witnesses that show nobody couldn't jump out there to save him. You see what I mean? He was with his family too. So how do you explain that? You know? It's just sick that YouTubers will do anything for $1. That's why as viewers, look guys, without you good people showing up to my streams, right? I don't got a platform, which means I cannot do this without you guys. You understand? Just like if somebody works at McDonald's, they won't get a paycheck unless you come there to buy burgers. If you're not paying taxes, the officers don't get nothing. Everybody gets support from the people that support what they do. So you control social media. When content creators are spreading misinformation, lying to the people, spreading lies, you, the people, control whether or not those people eat or not. So the best thing you can do is when you see stuff like that, man, just turn that garbage off. Turn it off, man. Don't even support them. Don't even watch their video, because if you watch their video, you're helping them to make money, guys. That's what that particular YouTuber want. He want you to watch his video so that he could gain money. He don't care. He don't care if he's right or wrong. Because I already told you guys, when it came down to the situation about the Haitians and the migrants, Haitian people never fought the migrants in Brooklyn, New York. That's a lie. Go watch my videos. I talked about all these topics already. I debunked that YouTuber that was spreading disinformation. See, disinformation is not the same as misinformation. You understand? Disinformation is when you just literally deliberately lying and misleading people. You're just lying. You know? Misinformation is when you're distorting the facts. It's like you got the facts all over the place. Like you're not giving the story the way it's supposed to. And that's what he did. He lied about the Haitians fighting ICE. He made it seem like Haitians took over Brooklyn, New York. It's all a lie. And then he admitted it, guys. He admitted it on his last video. Let me go back to that audio, guys. Let me go back to the audio. Let me fast forward it here. Let me see.
Early on.
Wait, here we go.
Boat video.
Wait.
And YouTube did my patience.
Listen.
Shout out to my Haitians.
Notice he said, shout out to my Haitians, right? Now watch this.
Yeah, and YouTube demonetized my Haitian revolt video.
It's good that they did that. Let's go.
They actually demonetized that early on.
He's only saying that because he don't want you to feel he made money. But the truth is the video was monetized. So he already got paid already. So even if it was demonetized, which I don't believe, right? Because there's no reason to demonetize the video. He already got paid from it. He's just trying to make you believe he never got paid from misleading the people. That's all he's trying to do.
But I left it up anyway.
Why would you leave the video up anyway if you know the video is misleading? Why would you leave it up? Because it's earning money. Normally when people leave a video up, guys, it's earning money. That's it.
Because even if I had my facts wrong about what happened, the message was right.
You see what I mean? He said, even though he had his facts wrong, the message is right. If the facts is wrong, it's all wrong. The message cannot be right if the facts are wrong. You understand? It doesn't make any sense. So at the end of the day, if he misled the viewers about the Haitian situation, what else is he misleading the viewers with? Everything, guys, including the death of this brother. A brother who was a family man, a respected man in the community, a man that did a lot of things with a lot of people, who was into poetry, music, playing musical instruments, spend time with his daughter. How many fathers you know sit down and watch movies and films with their children in today's day? Some of us can only wish and dream we had a father that did that back in the day. Most of us didn't have none of that growing up. You know, either your father wasn't home or he was, probably just so busy at work that he couldn't even spend no time. But this man wasn't involved in no drama, not involved in no industry mess, none of that. So why would somebody want to kill him? Does that make sense? Makes no sense at all. Listen.
And I went back and studied what happened. And, hey, I stand corrected. But the video stays because our Haitian brothers and sisters are capable of that.
That's pride. For him to say the video is going to stay up after I disprove and debunked his video, that's pride and arrogance. The only reason why he wanted to stay up is because it earns money, guys. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is social media. If a video was demonetized by YouTube, right? He said the video was demonetized by YouTube. If you know you're not earning money on the video, if you know the video has disinformation, it's misleading, it's full of lies, why would you keep the video up? Because it still earns money. It's earning him something. It's either earning him subscribers, right? Sometimes you got to call these content creators out and be like, yo, let me see the analytics on your video. Let me see the analytics. Let me see what your video is earning you. Because maybe it's not money. It could be subscribers. You could probably be gaining a ton of subscribers off that video through disinformation. It may not even be money. That's why he want to keep the video up. You see that? So if he's spreading lies with the Haitian community, he spread lies about me, he spread lies about other content creators. Now he's spreading lies about this brother. Now he's spreading lies about him, claiming that the industry took him out. That's what he did, guys. He's basically saying that the industry killed this family man. For what? What do they stand to gain? What do the industry stand to gain for killing a man that lives a private life and he's on vacation in Costa Rica? So you're telling me that the industry followed Malcolm-Jamal Warner all the way to Costa Rica so that they can drown him? That's what you're saying? Doesn't make any sense, guys. No sense whatsoever. It's just a tragic accident, a tragic situation, and it happens. People die. People die. Anything can happen, guys. That's why you got to listen. Think about it. This man was with his family when he died. He was with his family when he died. So if anything, you know what I'm saying? Again, condolences to his family. He was out with his family. He died while out vacationing with his family. If anything, you know, he did what he loved to do. Spend time with his family. You know? They even had, I believe, a lifeguard or something along them lines that tried, I guess, to intervene, but it just wasn't going to work, guys. It wasn't going to work. You know, it is what it is, man. It's just sad. But I don't like the fact that anytime somebody die, people always want to come on YouTube and talk about, oh, they were blood sacrifice. Listen, everything is not a blood sacrifice, man. It's like people keep using that as a way to get clicks. Like, oh, you know, the devil did it, the Illuminati. Man, stop the nonsense, man. Okay, so it goes on and it says that, he says, and yesterday, Labor Day, they had a surprise for me, washing our trucks, something we hadn't done together since the 2012, I guess, pandemic lockdown. I don't like saying that C word. It was my daughter's idea. He continued, I'll tell you this for free. Spending time watching a movie and then washing our vehicles together, priceless. You can't pay for genuine love and connection. Do you see what that man was involved in? So you're telling me the Illuminati decided to kill him because he's a family man taking care of his kids? Come on now. All of these people that are talking about rituals, all of these people that are talking about blood sacrifices, they're all warlocks. Those are demons. Those are people that are into the occult. You understand? Those are people that uses the deaths of others in order to energy harvest off of them. That's what they do, guys. Right? So it goes on and it says, and then another thing that these content creators are doing, guys, is they're trying to make it seem like Jamal was out there preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ. Like he was out there spreading the good news of Jesus. Like he was just a freedom fighter out there and the government got tired of hearing from him. No, it don't work like that, guys. You got to study a person's life and their legacy to know what they're about. He always lived a private life. And if he lived a private life, how you going to know what he been doing if his life is private? None of y'all can pull up a photo and say, here's his wife. If you can't even find that, you don't know nothing that's going on in his personal life either. So anything you get on social media is just a bunch of gossip at this point. You know, something you took from his Instagram and ran with it and trying to turn it into something like it's something satanic or like he was involved in some dirt. The man was a clean-cut guy, just a family guy doing what he got to do. You know, that's it. You know, it's just unfortunate. People die all the time. It's like Kobe Bryant died. His daughter died. Tragic situation. You know, what are they going to say? Oh, he was a blood sacrifice. You know, the devil took him, the Illuminati. I mean, we can speculate. We can try to put things together because there's a lot of things Kobe was trying to do before his death. And I told you guys the story when Kobe Bryant died, man. I don't know what was going on, but I was binge watching nothing but Kobe Bryant highlights. I'm no cap. Lift my hand to the Most High. When before Kobe Bryant died, guys, the night before Kobe Bryant died, I was binge watching nothing but Kobe Bryant highlights. I don't know why. I was just watching videos. Video after video after video. And I was like, man, when this brother gonna be in the Hall of Fame? Why this man? Man, they need to give it, man, this guy need to be in the Hall of Fame, bro. I can't wait to hear his speech. Cause I'm watching all these highlights. I'm like, it's gonna come up. They're gonna give him, you know, he's gonna be inducted into the Hall of Fame. So I kept watching all the way into the morning hours. And then I get the reports coming in. Kobe Bryant is dead. I'm like, what? No. I was shocked. And then, because first they said he was dead. Then they start saying his daughter was with him. That's when it hit different. That's when it hit different. Because when they first broke the news, they just said Kobe Bryant died. And I was like, dang, that's messed up, man. His daughters are probably mourning, his wife. Everything is crazy right now. Then they later on came back and they was like, his daughter, Gigi, I believe, was with him. I'm like, man, bro. Kobe Bryant. Kobe. And his daughter, bro. That was crazy, man. I watched at least probably 70 plus videos. I was up all night watching video after video after video. And it's crazy. Absolutely crazy, man. What do you mean, where's the footage of his death? What are you talking about? At Raymond, what are you talking about? Where's the footage of his death? Who are we talking about? Whose death? What do you mean? Where's the footage of his death? What footage are you talking about? What do you mean, where's the footage of Jamal's death? What kind of crazy question is that? So let me get this straight. Everybody that dies, there's footage? Everybody that dies, are you telling me that there's footage out there? So if you were to die today, are we able to find the tapes? Are there cameras with you at all times when you die? This is what I'm telling you. Social media does this, guys. Social media make people literally say things that makes no sense. This person is literally asking for footage of Jamal's death. People have cell phones. This is social media, guys. This is the social media age where people think that everybody got time to pull out their cell phones to record a man dying. That's what Raymond would do. If Raymond seen somebody dying in a car, burning alive, Raymond would pull out his phone and record them. He won't go try to save them. Oh no, that would mess up my content. Can't get paid without seeing the person die. So I need to record them while they're screaming in the fire. Yeah. That way I can post it. There's people that do that. They'll see somebody dying in a car wreck, whatever, and they won't help them. But they'll pull out their phone to record it, to post it on social media, so they could go viral. Absolutely sick. Yeah, the person is sick, man. It's diabolical, yeah. Looking for footage. How can you look for footage of a man that drowned? That gives you pleasure? It gives Raymond pleasure to see Jamal drown. That's what he would like to see. That's craziness, man. The man was in Costa Rica on vacation with his family. That's what the report says. And it's unfortunate what took place. It's almost like what Raymond is saying is that the story is not true. That didn't really happen. So what that does, we got to chase a boogeyman. That's what social media does, guys. That's why I said social media is fake and content creators are fake, because they live to tell lies. The viewers want to hear lies, and the content creators sell nothing but lies, manipulating people all day. Right? So the article goes on and it says, it is my wish that everyone in this world have a loving support system. If you're reading this and don't have it, I'm wishing it for you, he concluded. Positive outlooks and a happy life do not always come automatically. Sometimes we have to work for it. Sometimes the work is easy, while other times takes a bit more work, but it's worth it. Those are his words. It's worth it. Here's to the work. And here's to the love that we all deserve to have, whether or not you believe you're worthy of it. Those are powerful words. That was a family man. That was a family man, guys. It says before that post, the most recent image of Warner and his family was January 2nd, 2021, a New Year's photo that include both his daughter and his wife. So I guess this is a photo here, guys. So let me see. This might be the photo here of his daughter and wife. I don't know how they were able to locate all of this, but let me see. Let me go to Instagram to see. It won't make me go. Hold on. Let me see. View on Instagram. Let me see. Okay. Let me look at the comments. See what the people saying. Happy New Year's. Okay. I don't see anything. I don't know. I don't know if that's probably the wife. I don't know. She could be Spanish. I don't know. But let me post it. I don't know. So for the record, I don't know if that's his wife. All right. I don't know. I don't know if that's the wife. I don't know. So don't quote me on that. Right. So, on the page, it says, goodbye 2020. No matter how badly, I'm reading his Instagram. No matter how badly 2020 affected you, it shows what you're made of. You're here. You survived it, even if only barely. Be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself in the way you deserve to be loved. Let me see. SO to relationships that ended during quarantine, the pandemic did you a favor. Congratulations to relationships that flourish during quarantine. You got out of it what you put into it. Congratulations. Hopefully, let me see. Hold up, this is on the screen. Oh, let me take this off. Where we at? Hopefully 2020 clarified for us what's important to us, and may we spend 2021 feeding, nourishing, and loving those things in ways we never have before. May 2020 mark the end of taking the significant things and significant people for granted. And a final shout out to Frosty, the snowman, and to these two lovely and beautiful spirits who enrich my life in all the ways I expected and then some. So that most likely may be the wife, right? In the image, right? Because he said that those two enriched his life. Enriched my life in all the ways I've expected, then some. I've always been proud to be a late bloomer, so I am internally grateful to you both for waiting for me to be ready for you and this wonder-filled, wonderful life we have co-created. And I think to myself, what a world, right? Powerful words, right? So let me see. Okay, so we read all of that already. Another video, not another video, but another image, you see him playing the guitar. See, what I'm trying to show you guys is the positive. Trying to focus on the positive things of Malcolm-Jamal Warner. That he was a family man. He was not into no Illuminati. He was not into none of this other stuff. The man was a family man, right? That's what he was into. So when you see content creators saying he was blood sacrifice, you need to turn those creators off because they're misleading. This is the guy that we're watching here. This guy was a family man who played the guitar for his child. You see that? That's what he did. You see? He played the instruments. That was Malcolm-Jamal Warner. That's what he would be remembered for. Hopefully, his kid can remember those things. Remember her father. You know? It's really sick when content creators capitalize off the death of someone for clicks and views. And when they do their content, they don't give a video that give the proper information. They don't do that. They focus on misinformation and spreading rumors and lies and innuendos and all this other junk in order to get a rise out of the people, as if though some dark force was trying to take them out. In other words, they're taking out our brothers, so we need to do something about it. You ever notice these content creators that do that, they never have a solution for you. They never have a solution for you when they say these things. They never tell you what you're supposed to do. You know? It says in May 2018, when the girl turned 1, he shared another tribute to his daughter. Quote, "There's something quite thrilling about playing bass and singing happy birthday to my daughter on her first birthday. And there's something equally as thrilling knowing that the challenges that come, we being parents of a newborn, has only exponentially increased the great love we shared before our daughter was born. I am humble, grateful, and inspired." You know? See, while other content creators focus on negative stuff, doom and gloom, focusing on boogeymen and who's after somebody, I'm trying to keep things positive to show you that this was a family man. This wasn't a man that was being targeted. This wasn't a man that was being hunted down by the Illuminati and somebody blood sacrificed him. The man was out having fun with his family. A freak accident happened. He died. You know? You got people that get in their car to go to work and they don't make it back home. They went to work, had a freak accident, a car ran into them, lost their life. You know? I don't wish that on nobody. Things happen in life, guys. You know? Things happen, man. In another photo you see here, you see him with his daughter. The caption on the page goes, 1 month after that, on Father's Day 2018, he said his daughter stole my heart. Before noting that his wife did steal my heart first. As I look back at my wonderful journey thus far, look at my beautiful life right now. And look at the still bright future ahead of me. See, he was expecting long days and, stuff like that. I know that I am, hands down, one of the luckiest and most blessed men alive. He continued in another post. He thanked fans for sharing in my joy as a father before acknowledging he never shared photos of his daughter's face. She has the rest of her life for that life. Right now, I just want her to be. Now think about that, guys. This man never shared a face, his daughter's face. He said, that's for her to be. He want her to just be. Right now, I just want her to be. But it doesn't stop me from being a proud papa. He said at the time, In another post, he and his daughter were seen proudly matching in daddy and daughter best friends for life shirts. He showed her visiting him at work, and in another said that he felt she was destined for greatness. You know what I'm saying? There's another video that's on this page. I'm not going to play him dancing in his house in his underwear, it looked like. But it says seen video from one of their mommy, daddy, daughter dance parties below, and more family moments in the gallery. But yeah, that's it from there, from that particular article. But again, with the story, it says that the news was broke on July 21st. The Cosby Show star Malcolm-Jamal Warner died in an accidental drowning while on a family trip, guys. These are the facts. This is not misinformation like that other YouTuber. No, we don't believe in that, guys. We're not here to post misinformation, disinformation, make up lies and gossip. No, this is a family that is grieving right now. This is a family that is mourning the loss of a great guy. And we're not going to participate in that type of foolishness. As you can see, the news broke on Monday, July 21st, that Cosby Show star Malcolm-Jamal Warner died in an accidental drowning while on a family trip. Not an Illuminati trip, not the government was chasing him, not the doom and gloom monsters. No, he was on a family trip. It says people first reported the news saying that the actor, notice this, guys, the actor and his family were vacationing in Costa Rica and he drowned while swimming. Does that sound like a blood sacrifice? No, just a freak accident, guys. Again, if you see content creators saying that this man was blood sacrifice, unsubscribe from those channels. Don't view those channels. Don't support that kind of content, guys. It's very insensitive to do that, right? Very, very insensitive. The report clearly states that he was with his family. He wasn't by himself. He was with his family, vacationing in Costa Rica, and he drowned while swimming. That's the report. They're now telling you, forget about what the report says. He was blood sacrificed. The Illuminati killed him. That's what these evil, diabolical, sick content creators are saying. That's what they're doing, guys. Lying to the people. You know? That's what they do. Really, really sick, man. Absolutely sick. Let me see what else we got with the story. Let me see. Give me a minute. So it says Warner's final few Instagram posts were about his podcast and projects he launched in 2024 called Not All Hood, which he told people at the time was aiming to explore the vast and diverse experiences of the Black community. So these are some projects that he was pretty much working on. Not All Hood, in which he told people at the time he was aiming to explore the vast and diverse experiences of the Black community. It goes on and says Warner's co-host was, I don't know, Wisuki, I can't pronounce the name, my apologies, Barack and Candace Kelly. And they were all looking to break the stigma in the Black community about mental health and explore Black love and representation in the media. So I guess these were projects and things that they were working on to accomplish. Similar to different things that Stephen Twitch Boss was focusing on working on too. You know, he had a lot of projects and different things that he was planning on before he was killed, because I don't personally believe that he took his own life. Based on all of the research that we've done, it is very clear that Stephen Twitch Boss was murdered. Even down to his own wife making a book which exposes her as a possible suspect. All of these things I've uncovered in videos with proof, guys. You know what I'm saying? And there's other suspects that may have been allegedly a part of the cover-up of that man's death. His death is totally different from Malcolm-Jamal Warner. Because in the case with Stephen Twitch Boss, they said that he took his life at a motel, but they never gave us the footage of him even going to the motel. Normally, when somebody goes to a motel, there's footage. The news never showed it. Nobody never showed it. So how do we know he was even at a motel? In the case with Jamal, his family was with him in Costa Rica. So they're fully aware of him drowning. They were there. Right? So it goes on July 6th, Warner posted a special message in support of Be Love Day, which was July 9th. It is especially poignant in light of his tragic death. Our world house needs, our world house needs for us to be loved. Our collective holistic health depends on it. In 3 days, Be Love Day, wrote Warner. Why? It's going to be actionable, inspiring, and strategic, with virtual and in-person experience and an interactive exploration and celebration of what love can do in area of our loves, including in collaboration to create the hashtag Beloved community. More about Be Love and Be Love Day. So I guess these are things that they had in the works. And I guess it all was inspired from his own relationship with his own family and kids, when you really think about it. So the things that he was expressing was a result of his own family. This is why I always say that as human beings, we should always listen to people that have the results. In other words, don't listen to people talk about dating when they don't even have a good relationship. Don't talk about people that talk about marriage when they never been married and don't know nothing about marriage. If they don't have no success, turn them off. If they have nothing but failure, they cannot help you. Even if they could give you information that might be true, if they don't have a successful marriage, they can't help you because they don't got the results. Right? According to the King Center website, Be Beloved is a growing movement of courageous acts to achieve justice, which we define based on these words from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Justice at its best is love, correcting everything that stands against love. Be Love seeks to strategically define and unleash the power of love to unite humanity, cultivate true peace, and create the beloved community. So I guess these are a lot of different things that he was involved in, guys. It's just sad that we could live in this life and have a lot of plans. I have a lot of plans. I'm sure you guys have a lot of plans for your life, things you want to do, places you want to go, things you want to accomplish. And sometimes things are cut short. You know, that's why, you know, it's good to stay prayed up, do what you got to do. I think my light just turned off in the background. Been on all day. It's just really sad, guys. It's really unfortunate that this happened. It really happened. It happened while he was with his family. I mean, of all things, he was with his family. So it's not like it happened when he was away from his family or his family was home while he was traveling. You know, it happened while he was with his family. So if anything, at least he was with his family. You know? At least he was with his family. Right? Let me see. Why is Hernandez here saying, okay, what happened? So you just walk into a stream and says, okay, what happened? I'm telling you, man, I don't know what's the matter with social media, man. Something is seriously wrong with people, guys. Like I've been streaming for 1 hour and 19 minutes. But you come in to say, okay, what happened? So I'm supposed to stop my whole show to tell you what happened all over again? After speaking for 1 hour, it would make sense for you as an adult to go to the beginning of the live and watch the stream. And at Lauren, I'm not sure if you're the one that mentioned the story earlier. Don't take offense when I speak from my last live stream, right? I'm making a point. It was no attack on you, in case you're the individual that was. Other people sent me the story already, right? While I was streaming, other people already sent me the story, and I already knew about it, right? The point is that I don't want you to feel no way. I just wanted to make a point because a lot of times I get that and I can't stop a live stream to go ahead and start up a new one. I'm not trying to rush to do a show in order to earn $1 like other YouTubers. A lot of YouTubers are sick. It's like they sit in their house, right? They sit in their house and they're searching the web because they're waiting for somebody to die. And it's like, okay, Malcolm-Jamal Warner dead? Yes. Good. All right, let me set up my live stream. Sick. They're sick people, man. Because they're trying to make money. So for them, it's not about the story. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So I wanted to just do my other show. And if you notice, when I did my other show, I didn't rush to get off the live in order to start up a new live. I did my show. I even started to talk about lawn care. You know what I'm saying? Because I cannot do nothing at the moment when streaming. And I'm not desperate for clicks and views. People that view my content is going to find my content regardless. And they're going to appreciate my take on the story because I'm not coming from a place of desperation. I'm not coming from a place of greed. I mean, of course, as a content creator, you get paid for your work. This is just like any other job you go to. This is a business, you know? But at the end of the day, I'm not rushing to talk about a story like other people. There's a lot of stories people send me. I never even got to cover it yet because it's just a lot of things that I got to do. I just don't like when people spread misinformation about this guy. It's like they're saying that he was blood sacrificed. Real sick, man. This guy is a guy that stayed out of trouble, a good brother, man. He's a good brother. He's a family man. I mean, I respect anybody that's a family man that's focused on their kids, staying out of trouble. But for these content creators, man, to make it seem like somebody killed them when the news clearly says that he died while swimming in a freak accident, and we want to make it seem like the Illuminati did it. Like, come on, man. It don't make no sense. We can't do that, guys. Every time somebody die, we cannot just put in our video title that, yeah, they were blood sacrificed. There's certain people that have been blood sacrificed in the industry, but what most of these YouTubers do, because maybe they copy off me. Maybe they figure, let me see if I could beat Ringo to the punch. I'll beat Ringo to the punch, and I'll put in my title that, yeah, he was blood sacrificed. That'll help me to get more views. No, that's gonna help you to look stupid. And people are gonna be disappointed with you. You know? Right, he drowned. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you look at the facts, when you look at the kind of guy he was not the guy that was in the industry to the point where it's like he was interrupting business. Or he was making a ton of money. I mean, his net worth is probably, he haven't been in the game in a while, guys. So I don't expect his net worth to be hundreds of millions of dollars. He probably have a net worth of probably 20 million or probably less, probably 10 million, probably nothing, you know? It's crazy, man. Don't make no sense, bro. He never got caught in a scandal, right? Because he kept his life private. He stayed out of the media, stayed out of the drama. So why would he be blood sacrifice? Anybody that say that, they should be ashamed of themselves, guys. They're very sick people. Be very careful of people that do that, guys. If you're on the Ringo TV Raw channel, double tap the screen to give it a thumbs up. All right? Appreciate all of those that thumbed up the video on the Ringo TV Raw. Let me see. It's just sad, man. Really, really sick, man. He passed away, 54 years of age, you know? And I grew up watching this guy, man. I'm 48 years young. So he's 54. So you could just know how old I was when he was on the Cosby Show. You know, you already know. And I watched the Cosby Show when it first came out. You know what I mean? And it was a great show. Everybody watched it. I never missed an episode. Never missed an episode. You know? It's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. But hey, it is what it is, man. Like I said, condolences to the family, condolences to the wife, the kids. Maybe you might see something from the wife soon. Maybe she might reveal who she is. I would recommend the wife, if anything, to just stay private. That's what I would do. I would recommend that the wife of Jamal Walker just stay private. Stay private because that is what he would want. Stay private. Stay private. Don't reveal who, what is what. Don't put the kids out there. Just keep it the way he would do it. Just live your life, raise the kids, raise the daughter, and just uphold his legacy. I mean, if you want to reveal who you are, that's on you. I would just leave it alone because social media is disgusting and people will begin to drag you. Next minute, they'll be accusing you. Next minute, they'll say you did it. You know what I'm saying? So I would just stay off of social media with it. So again, condolences to the family of Malcolm-Jamal Warner, all his friends, his family, his podcast people, the musicians, everybody else that might know him. He was a great actor. He was featured in a lot of different shows. He did a lot of work. Right? I just want this video to be a video that is watchable by his family, so that if the family was really grieving and they needed something to watch and they was probably seeing what the people on social media thought about him, I'm just hoping that maybe this video might help them get through the rough time that they're in right now. Maybe it'll open up a sense of peace. I know what it's like to lose loved ones. You know what I mean? I lost a lot of family members. At the same time, this got to be tough because he was on vacation with his family. It ain't like this man was by himself and his family was home waiting on him. They were with him. You know? So, Another thing that I don't like about this whole thing, guys, and I just got to admit it, guys. I'm very transparent with you people. You know, a lot of people will accuse me of negative things just because I made this video. They'll be like, but you making videos about it. You're doing this about it. I'm a content creator. This is what I do. But what I can admit is I haven't been following this guy. I haven't been following his life to know what's going on with him right now in today's day. So I'm not here to act like I know this guy. Yeah, I'm reporting on the news to the best of my abilities, but what I do know is I remember him from back in the day. And I remember seeing him in some films. I do remember that. But I'm not going to sit here and act like I know him, or as if though he was blood sacrificed and the Illuminati took him out. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. So to all those content creators that are doing that, shame on you. You should be ashamed of yourselves, right? You're only focused on money and you really don't care about his family. And that's what's sad about this whole thing. You know, people are always waiting for people to die on social media. Breaking news, so-and-so's dead. They're happy for that, guys. They're happy. Now, you folks that view, you're not happy about stuff like that. Your viewers, some of y'all didn't even know. But what I'm telling you is I'm trying to give you the content creator's perspective of what's going on behind the scenes. A lot of content creators on social media, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, what have you, a lot of these influencers don't care about nobody, man. They only care about the latest story. They don't care. As soon as somebody dies, they get happy. They get happy. They don't feel no type of way. It's not like, damn, that's messed up. No, they be like, yes. Sick. Really sick people, man. I'm one of the very few that actually is organic, that actually care about the topics. You can see the passion. You can see the way I break down the videos. You can see how I'm very sensitive about the family, those that might know him. Because again, like I said, judging from his Instagram, if I can go back here, judging from his Instagram, I could tell that this man knew a lot of people. He was into a lot of different stuff that deals with empowering, bringing people together, asking questions, just trying to do his part, you know, just to do his part to get messages out there. Not saying that he's a freedom fighter or, you know, whatever the case is, and nobody's perfect, you know, nobody's perfect. But the man passed away, and it's just sad because it's like anytime somebody passed away is when they get their flowers. It's like, where was all the influencers to talk about Malcolm-Jamal Warner when he was alive? Where was that, man? It's only when you die, man. Only when you die is when they want to speak. You know? He had different speaking engagements based on his Instagram. I'm going to kind of look him up and see what he was doing, check out some interviews, kind of get familiar with some of the work that he was doing. Maybe I might talk about those things in a future video, whatever the case is. But it's unfortunate. He was a musician, father, a poet, if anything, because he was into poetry and a lot of different other activities. I'm not going to go into other things because I'm not going to act like I know everything about the man. But I know that he definitely was outspoken about other issues. And what kept him grounded was his family. That kept him grounded. If anything, that increased his love, I guess, for his people or people in general. You know? because he had all kinds of friends, white friends, black friends, all different nationalities of friends. So he wasn't one of them kind of guys, you know? So yeah, man, I'm gonna get up on out of here, guys. So I'm gonna sign out on the Ringo TV Raw channel. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Thanks for tuning in to Ringo TV Raw. We were talking about the death of Malcolm-Jamal Warner. Died at 54 by way of drowning in a freak accident in Costa Rica while on vacation with his family. You know? And now you got content creators trying to turn it into something different. If something new came out, if there's another story, if new information come out, then that's a different thing. But as of right now, that's the story. It don't make no sense to try to twist narratives, man. So I'm going to sign out, guys, on the Ringo TV Raw channel. So if you're on the Ringo TV Raw channel, come on over to the Ringo TV Reactions channel. So peace and blessings to everybody over there. I'm going to sign out now. I see Caramel, Kimmy Kim over there. I'm going to sign out over there, guys. So peace and blessings. All right. There was one comment over there. Somebody said the family on life insurance policy. I don't know. I'm not really focused on all of that type of stuff. You know, who cares, man? I mean, if the family have a life insurance policy, isn't that what you're supposed to have? If you got money and you got resources, you're supposed to have policies. Yes, there are situations where people get murdered and things happen. Yes, there are situations where people get poisoned. I'm not here to focus on all of that. I don't want to use this moment to focus on speculating on how that man may have died. I'm not here. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to focus on keeping it positive. If something came up in an autopsy, like a drug or something like that, then that's different. Then I would have to go live and we got to talk about it now. But as of right now, I got to keep everything respectful for the families and the friends of Malcolm-Jamal Warner, making sure everything is good. And because a lot of you are fans of this particular brother, a lot of you guys are really fans. And for some of you, it's like, damn, he was only 54 years young. You know, Bill Cosby is way up there in his age, but this brother is still young, man. And he just had his daughter. So it's like, dag, man, at least, man, the man could have been here to see his daughter raised up to a young lady, get married. Those are the type of things that fathers want to see. Fathers want to see their daughters grow up and become decent ladies, get married, you know? Have kids, and then you end up becoming a grandpa, grandpa, those are the type of things every father want. Every father want to be able to see their girls grow up, become young ladies, have a child, married, and he's a grandpa. Now he got the grandkids. Now it's like you could literally relax now, man. You know? Now, I mean, come on. How many of you brothers with a show of a one, right? Maybe you're older than me. Maybe you're my age. I don't know. I'm 48 years young. How many of you guys with a show of a one have become a grandfather? And it brings you joy knowing that, or if you're a woman and you became a grandma and you're proud to say, and it's like, it brings you great joy because it's like, wow, I made it this far. You know what I'm saying? Like, I made it this far to see my kids grow up. They had kids. I'm a grandpa, granddad. They bring the kids over. Hey, yo, leave the kids with me, man. Y'all go have fun. And you there with your grandson, your granddaughter. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? It just makes you feel good as a man, as a woman. It just makes you feel good to know that, wow, man, just the other day I was a kid. Then I became an adult. Then I had my own kids. Now my kids have kids. Now I'm a granddad, bro. It's like it brings you joy, man. That was cut short for that brother, man. That was cut short for him. So most of us brothers that are here, man, we got to be thankful. We got to be appreciative of life. We have to give back. That's why I'm trying to keep everything positive, because I want you guys, when y'all leave the live stream, that you think positive. Be positive. You know, make good decisions. You know, I don't know what went wrong while he was swimming. Anything could have went wrong. He could have had a medical emergency. He could have had some sort of issue. All of that may come out in the future. We may end up finding out more details. You know what I mean? He could have got tangled up somehow. Something could have got a hold of him in the water. I don't know. But for people to be saying that he was blood sacrifice, how sick could you be, man? That's crazy, man. So shout out to all the grandpas out there, the grandmas out there. And I'm talking about the young ones, you young grandmothers, young grandfathers, you know what I mean, that just became one. You're blessed. Believe it or not, you're blessed. Let me see. I got more videos coming up with the series. A lot of people are feeling those videos. I got a lot more to talk about with the series of We're Living in the Worst Time in History. I got a lot more to talk about. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it positive, guys, because sometimes I can go left field with the content, and sometimes I might say things that might not be appropriate at the time. And I'm trying to be better. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a better content creator, make better decisions, because I realize that there are families that are grieving, and they may come across my content, and I don't want them to come across the content and be disappointed even more. I want them to be able to listen to it and be like, wow. They could listen to it with their kids and say, wow, see how other people saw your father? You get what I mean? Because I'm trying to think about Malcolm-Jamal Warner would sit down with his daughter to watch movies and stuff. So I'm thinking about, what if the wife is watching this video with the daughter? I would want it to be a visual, friendly moment for the child. Even when she get older, she's going to search social media. She's going to look at videos. I want her to be able to find this video and say, wow, that guy kept it positive about my father's legacy. I didn't know my father affected him growing up. I can boldly say it, guys, that Theo on the show was me when I was growing up. That's how I was. That's why I relate to it. That's why I could relate to Theo in his acting scene on the Cosby Show, because that's how I was. You know what I mean? The guy that just went to school, took care of his books, may have gotten in trouble here and there, but, you know, sometimes you might get with the wrong crowd, and you had good people in your corner that stirred you the right way. And that show was very instrumental in keeping me on the right path, you know? So, again, condolences to the family, condolences to the wife, the kid, all the friends and everybody that support him. I'm gonna try to look up some more videos with him to learn more of the things that he was involved in, to hopefully probably do like some follow-up videos so that we could kind of keep his name and his legacy out there, because Malcolm-Jamal Warner wasn't just Theo from the Cosby Show. There's a lot of things that he did and done in this world, and we want to make sure that his name, his legacy, and everything else lives forever. That future generations can remember who he is. Because again, a lot of us who grew up back then, the Cosby Show was monumental. It was one of them shows that set the bar, that kept the black family alive. And he will always go down in history as one of the men that shaped our perception, that shaped what the black family should be. Even though they had money, they weren't poor. At the same time, it showed us success, because that's what we all wanted. Anytime I watched that show, all I thought about was, man, I wish I lived in a nice house. I wish my family was like that. I wish I was able. It made us dream. You get it? It set the bar for us. Not that we had to see something where we're poor. I mean, we had good times, even though I believe the actor from Good Times, the black guy, whatchamacallit, what's his name? It's slipping my mind. Not JJ. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? I think he was married to a white woman, allegedly. Because I see some information floating around. I don't know how true it is, but James Evans, right? James Evans. I see some images floating around suggesting that he was married to a white woman, or whatever the case is. His government name is what? John Amos, right? Okay. But on the sitcom, it was James Evans, right? And that show was in the projects. So everybody was able to relate to that show. Those are the shows that kept us going. And it's not just that show. You had white shows that kept us going. You know, you might say this don't count, but the Al Bundy show, you know what I mean? That kept us going too. Three's Company, you know, All in the Family. You got all these different shows back then that kept us going. You know, the Jeffersons. Yep, definitely the Jeffersons, man. Sanford and Son. Y'all remember Sanford and Son, where he would always call the other guy dummy? Full House. There you go. All those shows. 227. All those. Listen, when I tell you, back then was the best time, bro. Growing up, it was the best time, man. Family Matters. Yeah, man. That was the best time. Shout out to Chef. I see you in the building. Excedrin, what's going on? I think I seen Zato in here too somewhere. I'm not sure. Floridine Rollo, what's going on? Brainwaves Advice Topics, LLC. Make sure you subscribe to Brainwaves Advice Topic, LLC, and also Floridine Rollo. Make sure you support those brothers as well as Forever Studios. Make sure you support his platform as well. Sean the Navigator as well too. And just in case the video glitched and I wasn't heard, make sure you support Brainwaves Advice Topics, LLC, Floridine Rollo, Forever Studios, Sean the Navigator. Make sure you support their platforms. Right? And to all the brothers, the same way you see me show love to your platforms, always learn to do the same thing. Because a lot of times, and I know those of you that actually do it, you don't need to repeat nothing. I already know who you are. But my point is, learn how to show love. Because a lot of times I'll do these things, and a lot of times other content creators, they don't return that same favor. And then when I stop, then they get mad and like, yo, why you don't shout me out, bro? I thought we cool, bro. Nah, You got to learn how to reciprocate energy. It's the name of the game. You know, always show love. You know, always show love. Don't become selfish. Where, oh yeah, Different Strokes. That was another show right there. Different Strokes. That was another powerful one. Now, what that show taught me back in the day, fam, because remember, that was the one with Malcolm. What's the, not Malcolm, what's the other guy? What's his name? What's the name of the young guy that was on, what is the Different Strokes, the black kid? Gary Coleman, right? Is Gary Coleman? Gary Coleman. I think it's Gary Coleman. I'm getting confused with JJ. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm only knowing everybody by their stage name. All right, so Gary Coleman. Okay. What that show taught me with Different Strokes, right, is you had the white family. I'm trying to remember everything about the show. Was he adopted? Yes or no? I'm trying to remember how the show was set up because they were with a white family. So they were adopted, right? Okay, yeah. What that show taught me is not to be racist. That's what that show taught me. And it showed me how you had a white family that took in him, I think him and his brother, right? They were adopted, right? Okay. Yeah. So what that show taught me is how a white family adopted some brothers and raised them in an environment that was totally different from the life that they were accustomed to, and so forth. And it was a time in life where everything was different, man. It's difficult to explain, but those shows, man, it really taught me a lot as a kid growing up. It taught me a lot, guys. You know? It's crazy how we don't got those shows no more. Crazy, man. Yeah, the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. That's another show, man. Like I said, back then was the best time. It was the fun time. You come home from school, you watch your cartoons, and you had all the sitcoms to watch. All the sitcoms. We would watch all those shows, guys. You know? The other one, Mork and Mindy. What's the one with Fonz? Happy Days, I think it's called. It's Happy Days. Saturdays, run days, do it all week with you. I remember that show. I'm trying to do the show, guys. I'm trying to do the show. I used to always like when Fonz would come around and protect the other guy, because people always try to bully him. But when he came around, y'all couldn't mess with him. You know what I mean? It was crazy, man. But those are the good old days, man. If you grew up in that time, you know what I'm talking about. You grew up in the best time in history, man. I truly believe that was the best time, man. The best time. Sometimes you got to reminisce on those times. Sometimes you got to step out of your reality and reminisce on those times. I think I'm going to literally go and order a collection of those films. They probably still got them. They probably got them on DVD, Blu-ray. I'm going to literally go look it up, guys. I'm going to look for all my childhood shows and order all of those shows. Don't let me start talking about the cartoons back in the days, man. Heathcliff. Remember Heathcliff's Dennis the Menace? I could go on and on and on. You know? The cartoons back in the day was the best in the world, man. The best in the world. I know I'm going to see a bunch of 70s, 80s kids come up in the building just now. You know? Y'all remember Mr. Rogers? If you don't remember Mr. Rogers, then you probably don't know anything. And here's another one. Let me see if anybody can guess this one, man. Y'all remember? Oh yeah, the Flintstones. That was my show right there. Flintstones, Transformers, DuckTales. Woo-hoo. And DuckTales. Woo. Yo, those were the shows, man. Y'all remember that artist when we was all kids? Remember that artist that I don't remember his name, but I remember him. He had the afro. It's a white guy, but he's an artist. And he used to come on TV. Y'all remember that? Oh, Tom and Jerry was number one. Y'all remember that white guy with the afro, the painter guy that would always paint? Let me see if I can bring up a picture, man. This stuff just bring back all the memories. Let me see. Let me see if it comes up. Oh, here we go. The painter with the afro you're likely to think of is Bob Ross. He was a famous artist known for his Joy of Painting show on PBS. Yes, that's him. Let me put the scripture on. Not scripture, but that would be good if I could put a scripture. But let me show you this guy here. So it's Bob Ross. Bob Ross. He used to be on television. Let me see. Let me take this out. Put this here. He's a white guy and he would do his art. And I grew up on watching him. Like, no cap. I grew up watching what he did, fam. This guy, y'all remember this guy here? He used to be on TV when he was a kid. And he used to be painting all the time. And he would paint from start to finish. You used to see he's a real professional painter, you know? Now, it takes a good memory to remember these things. This is how you know I had a good upbringing as a kid, because those are the things I used to watch. I'm an artist. I'm a muralist myself. I also can paint and draw. So as a kid, I used to always watch him. And he would paint. He would have the music in the background. And you'll be surprised how many kids watched him paint. Those are the things that we grew up on, man. Those are the memories. You know? Those are the type of things that you gotta remember, guys, when you feel down, when you having a rough day, having a bad day. You gotta remember the good days. Remember the good times. You know? Like, I'm literally gonna go and make it my duty to order all of the sitcom shows that I used to watch when I was a kid. You know, the Jeffersons, you know, all the shows, guys. I want to take a trip back in time. I want to go back in time and relive those days, man. In television, where we had those good shows that add value to our lives. I'm going to go back and order all those things, bro. Oh yeah, Benson, yo, man. I remember that show. Wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me Google that. Wait a minute, man. Hold up. Man, yo. Wow. Man, you just took me back, bro. Wow, man, I remember that show, Benson, man. Yo, this is crazy, man. I'm I'm ordering this tonight, bro. No cap. I'm ordering this tonight. This is crazy. I remember this, man. You just literally, you just reminded me of some history, man, when I was a kid, bro. I really appreciate that. How could I forget Benson, bro? How could I forget that? Let me put this on the screen. Let me put this on the screen for you so that you guys can see this. Yeah, man. That's a classic, man. That just brings back all the memories, man. All the memories. You know what show I never liked, never watched? MASH. My grandmother would always watch MASH, but here's the thing that I loved about the show. Even though I never watched MASH, even though I never watched the show, I know some of y'all probably fans of MASH, I get it. I never really watched it, but what I love was the introduction. The introduction to the show. I loved that introduction when I was a kid. My grandmother would always watch the show. I just never watched it. I just couldn't picture myself watching that show. You know? I couldn't picture watching the show, guys. Let me see. Okay. The A-Team, I watch that all the time. Now, one show that I did watch that I didn't even like, I think, was it called Taxi? Was it called Taxi? I'm not sure. It's an old show. My grandma would always watch that show and MASH. I didn't like MASH. I couldn't watch it. But the introduction, I loved watching the introduction. But was Taxi a show? Let me see. Let me look it up. I'm kind of going back in time, man. Sometimes y'all got to go, yeah, Taxi. What was the show called? Yeah, Taxi. I would watch that show. It wasn't really my show, but my grandmother would watch it, and I kind of started watching it, and, you know, I kind of liked it. You know what I mean? MASH, I couldn't watch that show, but I liked the intro. Everybody watched the A-Team, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, Benson, man, wow, bro. I haven't mentioned that name in years, man. That's crazy. Y'all remember that show, man? With the black guy and you had all the white people. Man, yo. Those are the days, man. Isn't Desmond the guy from the show with the guys at the junkyard, Sanford and Son? I did a video with him, right, where he was talking about Kevin Samuels. I might have to revisit that. You know? Anyway, guys, we're going to get out of here. Doesn't it feel good to go back in time to relive those things? Doesn't it? Put a 1 in the chat if it felt good just to reminisce. Just to kind of reminisce. You know? You know, because a lot of y'all got old. A lot of us got old, fam. A lot of us got older, bro. We like, damn, bro, let me check the clock. Man, yo, I can't believe it, bro. Time goes by. A lot of us done got older, bro. You know? It is what it is, man. I mean, I'm 48 years young. I don't say old, you know? But, yeah, man. So, hey, again, condolences to the family of Malcolm-Jamal Warner. Condolences to his daughter, family, friends, colleagues, all of those that worked with him in business, all of the musicians that may have worked with him, all of those that had projects and things in store that you plan to do with that brother in the future. Maybe those plans were cut short, but I would encourage all of you that worked with that brother. I would recommend that you guys fulfill whatever it is that you guys started. Fulfill it. Don't put it away. Whatever it is that he was working on, whatever it is that brought him joy, the things that he may have got everybody to join together. All of you people that loved Malcolm-Jamal Warner, I encourage all of you to pick up that mantle and continue whatever it is that he started. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know everything that man was working on, but I know he had projects and things that he wanted to fulfill. Go out there and make it happen. Make it happen and honor him. Let that keep his legacy alive. Honor him with the work. Put in the work. Make that be your motivation. Do it for his daughter. Do it for his wife. Do it for his legacy. Those of you that really loved him, not haters, not people on the sidelines. I'm talking about people that really worked with him. Continue to do the work. You know what I mean? Continue to do the work. So guys, I'm gonna get up on out of here. R.I.P. Malcolm-Jamal Warner. Y'all stay safe. Peace and blessings to the mods in the chat. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Make sure you give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And stay positive, people. I'm out. Y'all take care. Peace. We out of here.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $RingoTV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.